maybe there, and maybe one there, and there, and over here, I think. Make this one a little bit shorter, like that. A little bit of height variation for these. I think, I don't really want it touching the water. There we go. Make that short one. Make that one like that, and like that, and like that. Ha! How does that look? It looks exactly the same. No, it looks a bit... Hey, friend! Hi! Oh my gosh, our turtle has a friend! Okay, hold up. I was going to talk about putting string on the tree, but now I need to... I think I've got some name tags and stuff. But yeah, I've got an ambo and a name tag. We'll rename this. What do we want to call him? We'll just call him Friend. Because he's going to be our new friend. Please don't explode when I go up to you. No. Oh. Bye, friend. Oh, that was sad. That's okay. Well, that was an interesting way to start the episode. But hello, and welcome back to another episode. This is Ali, and I was just putting down some string so that our willow tree here didn't have such long vines. It was getting to the point where you couldn't walk up here without having vines in your face, but now it's a little bit more spaced out. I didn't want to get rid of it altogether, but I am much happier with that. And what else did I want to do? I wanted to clean this up, and then I got myself some colored glass, because over here we have our beacon light, and it is a icky brown color. It's icky. It looks icky. I don't like it. So I got dark green. What does dark green look like? Oh, dark green's still a little bit icky, isn't it? Get rid of that. How about light green? Is it light green or lime green? I'm not even sure. Lime green. Ooh, okay. I think I like lime green better. Lime green looks good, but what we might do is lower it one block like that. And then these need to be dirt, I think. I don't have any dirt on me. Oh, no, I do. I do have dirt on me. There we go. These need to be dirt like that so that it blends in a little bit better. There we go. How does that look? Much better. It's still ugly because it's a giant light in the sky, but it looks much better. So, yeah, I think that looks a lot better. Definitely worth it. So I've cleaned up all of the hanging vines there. Now, I did want to make a bit of an ink farm, but I realized just over here is our spawn chunks, and we have so much water in our spawn chunks, so I don't think that a farm is going to really work anywhere. I went out really far and tried to make a bit of an ink farm, but there was absolutely no spawns, and the reason for that is that they all spawn along here. So I did a little bit of a dodgy farm. I wanted to see what I could get away with, and well, it's not working too great. All of the squid are over there. You can see them, and sometimes they come over here, and sometimes they fall in here. What do we have in here? Anything? Oh, 15. 15's not too bad. 15 is better than what I thought, but I think we are going to have to do something a little bit more permanent in this area that works a little bit better. So that's a long-term project for later. But what else have I been doing? Where is my base? Where am I going? It's this way, right? Yes, there it is. I have done a little bit of work underground today. I wanted to... Ooh, ouchie. I wanted to get started on our underground cave base because I've done a bit of work recently in the end. We did work on that farm. We got the bridge built, and I wanted to take a little bit of a break and get started on some concepts. I'm just doing some farming here for the I had to go out 3,000 blocks to get one of these, by the way. It was so far. But this is what I have done so far. So what I was thinking is that, oh, there's our green glass. What I was thinking is that this could be kind of like a underground, what's the word? Like a log, like a hollow log that's been hollowed out. A stump. There we go. That's the word. This is a tree stump, but it's the inside of a tree stump. So when this is all put together, it will look like we've come into the middle of a tree stump, and that's where our base is going to be. So I've just been playing around with the shape a little bit to see what it might look like, and I think I am pretty happy with it. So what I'm going to do is finish putting in the base of the tree, so it's going to go all the way around. So lots of logs. I've been doing some farming, but there's a couple of things that I need to make sure that we keep, because this is still our starter base. I know we've been here a while, but this is our starter base. So something that I need to have in my base is kind of an area like this, which is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 9 sort of thing, where I can just do random stuff. I can set it up to be a tree farm. I can set it up to be a cactus farm. I can just put something temporary in. So like I started off with 1 cactus and now I have a bunch. And this isn't a permanent arrangement. It's just enough for me to get, I don't know, a good amount, so that if I ever did start up a farm, I have the resources there. But this area in the middle, I definitely want to have something like that. We need to keep our storage area. We need to keep a smelting area. We need a portal. I want to keep these little beginner farms that we had. So sheep farm, but I want to have them all the different colors. So we're going to have to collect all of the wool and try and set it up so it's a bit more accessible and compact. This at the moment, they always try and escape. You can't really get to them very easily. So we'll set up a little bit of a better rainbow sheep farm. And then we've just got, what are these? Cocoa beans. We've got cows down here. We've got our sugar cane over here. And I also put in a bamboo, but this is again very inefficient. So I want to do a little bit of work fixing that up. We can get rid of some things, like this is our cheaty 1-tick sugarcane farm that doesn't work anymore, of course, because of the update. So we can get rid of that. I think we have a wheat field up here, all the way at the top from back before we did the big dig to get down into this cave area, or make this cave area. We had all the way up here. So I want to keep little things like this in our starter base. You can see this is the back of the tree, all nice and lit up, because oh my gosh, there was so many mobs. I did not think it through when I started. So what I might do is have this shelf going around the outside, and what I'm thinking is in these hollow spaces is where we can put all of the mechanics for the little farms, and then we'll be able to access them through little holes like this in the bottom of the stump, and maybe we can put in a stream and go forward bit further this way maybe. But yeah, lots of ideas, lots of potential, but I think the first step is going to be finishing the main part of the tree trunk here, so that we can have a bit of a better idea of what it is that we're working with. So let's jump into a bit of a time lapse and get that done. Well, that was definitely quite a lot of dark oak wood logs that I placed, but I'm really happy that I managed to get this all in the space, put all the blocks down so that we could have a look at what it actually looks like. Now, this is by no means the finished product. There's still a lot of work to go on this, but I think it's really good to get a bit of an outline put in place. Now, something that I did is I just made the roof really uneven with all of the blocks ending at different heights, trying to kind of make it a little bit more natural looking. But now that I can see it in the space, I'm thinking maybe what we want to do is add in some of those rings so it looks like you're looking at the different growth levels or the bark rings over time. So we might end up doing that. But then the other thing is, I guess, is if I don't end up having this top bit lit up, you won't see it anyway. So we'll have to see how that turns out. But with the rest of it, I am quite happy with how this has turned out. Now, I think what we are going to do today is maybe work on one of these hollowed out root sections. And so what I've gone ahead and done is I've started making a few boxes here. So I have a redstone box. It definitely doesn't have that much in it at the moment, but I'll fill it up over time. I went and did some collection of flowers. I did find a flower forest, but I don't have a farm built yet, but the blue orchids are actually really easy to get because there's a swamp nearby too. The only one that was difficult finding was the sunflower, and I think some of the other tulips I'll have to go and get at some point. But that's definitely a good start. And then also I went ahead and organized a box here for some of the log types, because these will be the ones that I'll be using the most in this build. Now, what I'm thinking is for this corner over here, because I mentioned I still want to have some of those beginner farms, so the wheat farm up there and maybe sheep farm and that sort of thing still in this space, but it doesn't have to be necessarily in the same place where it started. I think I'll be happy if we move it to a different place, just sort of have the same farms around. So what I'm thinking in this part of the hollowed out log, you'll just have to imagine that it looks like this is extending out like a root sort of thing, is maybe a bit of a spiral staircase going up and leading up to the farms that are up there. And maybe I'm not sure, we could also have the staircase kind of visible from some windows up here maybe. Ooh, I'm not really sure. What I might do is start putting some blocks down, and I'll bring you guys back in when I have a bit of a better idea of what it's going to look like. Okay, so I've definitely got a little bit of a structure here in place. So I went ahead and I put in a spiral staircase which goes all the way up there. And I filled in the dark oak logs as well, so it fits in a bit better with the rest of the tree trunk. But I think we need to make this archway here a little bit more pronounced, because at the moment it's just kind of, I guess, blending in with the background there. But we can do a little bit more, and once we have some vines and stuff in the back as well, I think we'll get a little bit more depth. But that's definitely something to work on. Now I also added in a little balcony up here. I think that's really cute. So if we can have those sort of spotted around at the different eye heights, then that would be really cool, I think. So I mean, again, the background needs a little bit of work, but I'm happy with that for a start. So if we come through here, so I swapped out the stone with grass, so we've got grass there, and this is all just spruce at the moment, but we'll definitely mix in some different blocks and use some trapdoors and all that sort of thing. It should look really good. But if you come up here, the staircase, yeah, you can still see out pretty well from the top of the staircase pretty much, and it comes out into this first room, which we might put the sheep in here, I'm not sure. And I also found this area down here, little lava pool already dug out for me, so we'll probably use this for something too. I'm not sure what yet. And then if we go down here, I think I'll do another sort of curved staircase down this way, so it loops around, and then you end up in this area, which is the cows and the cocoa beans. We'll move the sheep. So obviously this will all need a bit of a makeover, but we'll be able to get to it from this area up here. So a little bit windy, but I like the idea of it being sort of paths winding everywhere throughout the tree sort of thing, or the tree stump, sorry. So this is our balcony. We can look out. I've swapped out the cactus farm for trees because I was running low on logs. I was doing a bit of a build and chop down a tree, build and chop down a tree, but it worked. Now this bit here was our wheat farm, and directly above here is like the ocean, so we can't go any further up. Actually, I think, yeah, you can hear the rain, so definitely can't go any further up. But we can go around, so we can go around this way, and also if we go over here, we can go around this way, which takes us, I think, all the way to the other side, right? Yeah, it does. So this is the opposite side of the tree trunk, and I think if I do this, yeah, that's our chicken farm. So over there is where we were just before. So I'm pretty happy with the layout, I guess, in terms of where everything is. Of course, it needs a lot of work to actually get all of the different rooms filled out. But in general, I'm quite happy with how it's starting to come together. I'm excited to see what we can do in these different rooms to make them very, I guess, what's the word, whimsical? Like if you're walking through this sort of enchanted forest area and going off to all these different rooms in the corners, that would be really nice. And what I want to do as well is try and hide like as many mini farms as we can, like maybe a vine farm. And I set up a little mushroom farm over here, but so far only 8, which, you know, not the quickest farm. It's very simple, just works by flushing some water over the top. So if they do happen to grow here, we've got some hidden on this side and some hidden down under this one as well, brown and red. Haven't had a single brown one grow yet, but that's okay. I think, yeah, we've got 4 over here and 1 brown mushroom, so we might have to add to the decorations bit by bit in here. But what I was thinking for the rest of this episode, it might be nice to sort of finish this area so that we can set the theme and the little design details that we're going to use throughout the rest of the tree. So I won't actually do any of those other rooms today, but we'll finish off this section here. So I've got all the flowers and the saplings and that sort of thing, and I've got some soul lanterns. I think it might be really pretty to have the soul lanterns because these up against the dark oak log just looks so pretty. Well, at least I think it does. I think it looks really pretty and sort of whimsical and magical. So we'll definitely use those, and I've made some of the chains as well, but we'll probably have to make a bunch more of those. I was thinking actually with the chains, what might be really cool. Where are my logs? Spruce. I won't take them all, but if we do something sort of like, so if that's there, and then we can connect it to the next level like that. So that's like a structure. Ooh, structural sort of, that needs to be one higher. Okay, hold up. We can fix that. We can fix that. I think, is it, which one is it? This one. Make this a little bit higher. Add one of those and one of these. Come on. There we go. How does that look? Yeah, well, it looks okay. But then maybe if these go all the way through, so I think it's like these chains are kind of going through the staircase, or like it's like a hanging bridge, but it's a spiral hanging bridge. I kind of like that idea. Maybe we'll swap these out for the dark oak though. So why don't we work on the grass first, and then we can work our way up to everything else. Maybe that's a good way to approach it. So something that I thought would look really good is using the path blocks. I think maybe sort of like a pathway going into the area, and then mix that in with some coarse dirt. Let me have a play with it and we'll see what it looks like. well, I may have got a little bit carried away, and instead of just working on the grass, I went ahead and put a bunch of other stuff in as well. And I'll say it has taken me quite a bit of time to wrap my head around different ways to hide the lighting in here, because there's so many different levels. It's it's actually really hard to hide the lighting. And these soul lamps, they are beautiful, but turns out I don't think they actually change the lighting at all in an area. Like, you can put one down and it'll still be like block light 8 or something. So I've tried really hard to make sure everything is above 9, I think. I think that should mean it's spawn proof. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. So there's just like a bunch of lighting hidden throughout. There's some under here. I think we have some, what I was actually, fell down. Do we have some under here? Nope, not that one. This one. Yeah, there's some under there. What I was really happy with actually is these. I managed to get it so that the trapdoors are like flush with the wood. So there's hidden lighting behind there. And I managed to make it so it didn't look too thick, but there is hidden lighting in here. So there is a section that is more than a block thick, but it's got trapdoor underneath and trapdoor on top. So it was about putting it in the section. So you can see there, it's another block thick over there, and that's because there's another one there. So that kind of fixes all these blocks. And then I have these little cubby holes as well, which I think are really cute. And behind them, lava pool, is some lighting too. So one down here as well, like that. So that's how I've managed to do the lighting for this area. Now, I decided not to go too heavy on changing up these different blocks here, because I thought, the bridge that we have going up to the iron farm is quite intense. So I thought I'd tone it back a little bit. So, my mushrooms are spreading. They're spreading out here, but they're not spreading in the farm. Hey, oh no, I got one in the farm. Yay. Oh, that's so funny. That's going to be interesting. I only put one mushroom down and now we have a few more. It's a little bit sad that I'm getting more mushrooms in the design than I am over in the farm, but that's okay. That's okay. Might have to hide some mushrooms underground to stop them from spreading, because I'm pretty sure they check like a 3x3 area around them, like 3 blocks out in each way or something, and it'll see if there's other mushrooms. So if we hide them beneath the ground, it should notice that there's other mushrooms. But yeah, we use some podzol, and I think the podzol goes really well with the carpet block because it's kind of got that, I don't know if you can see, it's got that green in it. So those two go really well together. We do have the change in color of grass here because I think this is jungle, but this is ocean, but that's okay. I think once the rest of it's in it'll just look like it's a bit darker because it's going undercover. It took me a while to remember how to make pots. Turns out you need to break the clay into the clay balls instead of just putting the clay blocks in the furnace. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this is looking so far. It's very whimsical, which is what I was going for. So I think I did try putting in some leaves down in this area, but it was just a bit too bright with the soul lanterns. I think it didn't quite go well, but what I will do is sort of fill this area up here with some leaves and some vines as well, I think. Yeah, we'll put some leaves and some vines up here. And this is, oh yeah, my chandelier. It's a bit of an interesting chandelier, but I wanted to see what it would look like if we had the lanterns all at different heights. But I'm pretty happy with how that turns out, because it means as you're going down, you're kind of getting a lantern at each level. I might play with the heights a bit there, but so far so good, I think. So let's put a few leaves and some vines all in this area up here. I don't think that'll take away from the ground too much. And then I might do a little bit of work on this opening as well. Let me have a play with it, and I'll bring you back in when I've had a bit of a go with that. So, what do you guys think? I personally am really, really happy with it. I absolutely love it. I think it looks so pretty and mysterious and mystical and magical, and I think we're on a really good track for the theme that we're going for with this base. I'm so glad that I decided to go with turning this cave into a hollow tree stump, because I think it's just going to be so pretty coming down into this area. So if we have a look, you can see I put in so many vines and leaves, but I think it will look really good in the end. But I might have to put some string. I'll have to put some string down to stop it from going anywhere. And of course, we need to finish up the rest of this area, but we can slowly maybe do one of these sections per video perhaps. But for now, I'm going to have to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed this. This is very much a building episode. So let me know whether you guys really like it. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.